Hey there, my name is DPadGamer and I have another video of Easter eggs for you, this time in the cyberpunk future of Deus Ex. Here are most of the Easter eggs in Deus Ex: Human Revolution. Alright, so if you're watching this video, you probably already understand the premise of Deus Ex, but I'll explain it anyways, just because. This game starts out in a futuristic Detroit. You play as ex-SWAT officer Adam Jensen, who after being fatally injured, is saved with a bunch of neat augmentations. This premise is more or less RoboCop. If you want to see what I mean, head over to the police station in Detroit. Inside one of the rooms are two men discussing a movie, but they can't seem to remember the name of it.
It's this movie from the 1980s, about this cop. He gets all shut up, and gets rebuilt as a cyborg.
Is that with Van Damme?
No, that's something else. I'm surprised you never heard of it. Takes place in the future Detroit.
I guess I'm just not into sci-fi.
Also, they have something to say when they see Jensen.
Look at this guy. I think we were just talking about you, pal.
Nice digs. Hey, you ever heard of this 80s movie? Anyone ever tell you got that movie star look about you?
Did we just go into a time warp or something?
While we're in the police station, let's take a look at a few of the computers. Each displays the name of a police officer, but a few of them are references to other science fiction stuff. The first one is R. Deckard, which is a nod to Rick Deckard, the protagonist of Blade Runner. The password happens to be unicorn, which makes sense because there's a dream sequence of a unicorn in the movie. Next we have P. Dick, referencing Philip K. Dick, author of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. The password fittingly is Electrolam. The last one of interest is H. Ellison, for Harlan Ellison, writer of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, as well as a ton of other stuff. The password is Cordwainer, in reference to one of Ellison's pen names. Alright, so you've probably heard of the cliched Nigerian prince email scams. You'll get a random email from someone claiming to be a Nigerian prince. Basically what you have to do is give them some money so they can access their fortune, and in return they'll give you a bunch of money so you'll be rich. I find it hilarious that in 2027, not only does the scam still exist, but apparently a secure research facility can't even stop them from coming in. In the same facility is another email of interest. At first it appears to be standard. It's a reminder to all Omega Ranch personnel that regular screenings are mandatory. This is actually a reference to the Black Mesa Corporation from the Half-Life video game series. This message is the same as the opening tram sequence from Half-Life, with Black Mesa replaced by Omega Ranch. Moving away from emails, we have an even worse form of communication, sticky notes. Still in the same facility, on the wall of one of the labs is a couple of interesting sticky notes. You might recognize a couple of these. On the right is the Forever Alone face, and on the left is the look of disapproval text face. It seems someone needs to call their lawyer, hit the gym, but it's too bad they forgot to delete Facebook. In Sarif HQ, check out Pritchard's office. He has a poster of Final Fantasy XXVII, which at this point seems reasonable. Next to it is a motorcycle made by Tron, obviously a reference to the Tron series. The name for it, Blade of Shintaro, is possibly a reference to Shintaro Katsu, an actor who played it in a couple different samurai films. Blade, Shintaro, samurais use blades. I mean, maybe? I don't know, whatever. In Detroit, there's a gas station near the limb clinic. The name of the convenience store in the gas station is S-Mart. In the Evil Dead films, the character Ash Williams works in S-Mart, which also happens to take place in Michigan. Over in the Derelict Row Ballers area, there's a small hiding spot of interest. In here are some free guns and ammo, as well as some graffiti. That's Dopefish, a character which originated from the video game series Commander Keen. In one of the bathrooms in a building in China, I know that's real specific, you could actually find 3 seashells on a shelf next to the toilet. That was a tongue twister. But anyways, this is of course a reference to the movie Demolition Man, in which the 3 seashells are equal parts confusing and futuristic. Let's check out David Sarif's office. There are a lot of cool things here, and it's clear that a lot of attention to detail was put into this place. First off, there's a book called Daedalus Complex. Okay, I had to look this up honestly, so here's some Greek mythology for you. Daedalus was a skilled craftsman and inventor. He made the labyrinth, which had that one minotaur in it. Also, the name Daedalus means ingenious or clever. Since we know that Sarif likes to use his mind to improve the world around him, it makes sense that he'd have this book. Moving on, he also has a book on SWAT right next to the Art of Gratuitous Violence. I wonder if there's a connection there. Lastly, Sarif must be a fan of the game he's in, because he has a sweet DX hat near his desk. Throughout Sarif Industries' warehouse in the first level, you can find a bunch of boxes with some QR codes on the outside. I had a real hard time getting my phone to actually scan it, but it does work. The link it provides actually takes you to Sarif Industries' website. On screen is the link, or in the description if you want to check it out. I always find it cool when entities in video games get real-life website counterparts. Also, another level deeper, the website seems to be hacked, which relates to the events in-game. Okay, so I left my favorite Easter egg for last. If you pay close attention when visiting Adam Jensen's apartment, it's clear he's having an issue getting his bathroom mirror replaced. According to the sticky note, it's not the first time that he's had this happen. I think this is a bit funny for two reasons. First, it's a reference to how brooding, anguished characters like Jensen tend to punch mirrors to let out their anger. Also, it's a nice nod to the fact that in video games, mirrors are surprisingly complex to pull off, so most times they either don't work, or they look awful. If the mirror is broken, they don't have to make it work. Very smooth, ADS Montreal. Very smooth. There we go. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to leave a rating down below, and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos from me. If you're in the mood for it, feel free to check out the videos on screen for more Easter eggs in video games. That's all I have for you in this one. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.